Israel? The questions kept on coming. And I was thinking to myself, how the fuck did I get into this situation? Surrounded by a bunch of not very friendly Syrian gentlemen who were very interested in working out which country I really belonged to. I was sitting on the deck of a ferry going from Nueva in Egypt to Aqaba in Jordan. And I was this close to finding out what it's like to swim back to the coast. I kid you not. The whole story actually started about 7 months before that, when I decided to leave Australia after living there for almost 20 years after my family left Israel, and take a trip around the world. And when I was growing up, I had this fascination with the Mossad. And I read almost every single book about the Mossad. I had these fantasies of joining the Mossad one day, becoming this brave and daring Mossad agent. So I thought, when I'm going to go travel around the world, and I'm going to go to some Arab and Muslim countries, I'm going to see what it's like to be a Mossad agent. And so I was in Egypt, coming from Egypt to Jordan. I thought, I'll take some pictures of the warships. That's pretty cool. That's something a Mossad agent would do. And at some point, I found myself surrounded by these Syrian gentlemen. And I realized that I probably wasn't going to make a very good Mossad agent. 12 hours before that, I had boarded a bus from Cairo to Nueva. And sitting next to me on the bus, I don't know if this happened to you, there were very long bus trips. And it doesn't matter who's sitting to you, whether it could be someone, the leader of Daesh, you're going to open up to them at some point. And this guy was a very nice Kenyan guy, Henry Obaya was his name. And we started talking. 12 hours is a long time. And by the way, I forgot to mention, during my whole trip as a Mossad agent from Australia, I at no point did I let anyone know that I had Israeli background. It was very important to me. I kept it very secret to myself. And as I was talking to Henry, Henry told me that he was doing business all around the world in electronics, including in Israel, and he knew some Hebrew. Wow, this is great! Henry knows Hebrew. I can finally speak some Hebrew to Henry. I said, guess what? I'm also from Israel. My family's from there, and I was very, very joyous, and we exchanged some words. And then we boarded the ferry. And at the ferry, for some reason, the Syrians decided that I was from Israel and started questioning me, interrogating me. Which country are you from? Israeli, you are Israeli. And then I see Henry sitting there on the side with his deep bass African voice, kind of looking at me. And I did what any brave Mossad agent would do in such a situation. I said, I need to go to the toilet. I went to the toilet, I left them to their thoughts, and when I come back, I see that their attitude had changed. They weren't as suspicious, they weren't as curious, and I come to Henry, and I said, Henry, what happened? He said, well, listen, man. While you were gone, they asked me, who is this man? Where do you know him from? He wasn't Jamaican, my African and Jamaican accents get a bit confused. And I said, so what did you say? Which was a really stupid question at this point, as you can probably work out. And he said, well, of course, I told him you're Australian. And I thought, oh my God. All I had to do was put a little bit of pressure on that guy. I know me, I am terrible at torture. All you have to do is threaten to take away my Wi-Fi, and I will tell you all the secrets. So I said, Henry, thank you very much, because I could already see the Australian news reporter. G'day, Janet. We're here in the Sinai Desert. This is the third day when the missing Sydney man is being searched for, and there is no sign. Eyewitnesses believe that he decided to go for a swim in the middle of the night, and helicopters are still searching for him. Over to you back in the studio, Janet. And I thought that's probably how my parents were going to have the last memory of me. And I said, Henry, I don't know how to thank you, because it wasn't even Hanukkah. But I told him, someone who comes to Israel, there is a miracle of Hanukkah, and for me, you are my Hanukkah miracle, Henry. And I bid him farewell, and I came here and was alive to tell you the story. Thank you very much.
תודה, כן. או